Wow, I can't decide if I want to do an intro or not. Nah, I'm just not going to do an intro. Okay, so I am going to be starting a new part. My character is still. Hold on. I do not like the new changes Roblox has made to avatars. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to get distracted so many times at the start of this video. This is an actual video, by the way. So, I'm starting a new park. Skipping the tutorial, we don't need this. I know what I'm doing. This is a sequel, basically, to the Basic Park series, but not exactly. I mean, I guess it is. I'm building a new park. So this is going to be a basic park. Actually, this gets to be concrete. This is going to be a basic park in the sense that it's going to be more of an amusement park style, but I'm going to be making this park more detailed than the basic park. At the end of my basic park, I started getting way too ambitious with my projects and making things way too detailed for a basic park, at least compared to what I started with, which is pretty funny. But in this park, I'm going to be doing a lot more of the, what's it called? This thing, the precision build mode, using primitives, because I started experimenting with that more recently in this game, and it's way more fun, and you can get way more realistic with it. So, to start this park, what I'm actually just going to do is build a quick little money farm. This design I'm using is basically the design from one of Tyman's videos. I don't know if he got the design from somewhere else, to be honest, but yep, you can probably find it on YouTube if you're curious. It's pretty simple and quick to build, so that's why I like it. So as I build this money farm, I'm going to try to explain what my plan is for this park, as well as any other information I feel is necessary, because I kind of didn't upload for like an actual video. Well, I uploaded one actual video. I didn't really make any videos for 2 years. I might explain why that is. I might forget to explain it. I am kind of all over the place because I'm a little out of practice here with commentary, not building parks. I know how to build a park. There's trash. So as I think I already said, I'm going to be building a realistic amusement park, but it's going to be similar to the basic park in the sense that there's no overarching theme, and any themes are going to be more ride specific. I'm also starting out this park with a money farm because I want to build a proper, like, more realistic entrance to this park instead of what you tend to see in this game, which is just the starting out rides immediately. Like the way I had my basic park is like you walk in and there's immediately 2 rides. The basic park was a very basic or typical Theme Park Tycoon 2 park, but the park I plan to build in this series is going to be more of a typical park in real life. It's still going to be a basic park. I don't know what I'm going to name this park yet. I just created it. Obviously, this park file doesn't have a name yet. If you have ideas, throw them in the comments. I can't say it's especially likely I'm going to use any ideas. Well, I guess that's only if I think of something that I like. If I think of something I like, I'm probably going to use it, but my creativity sometimes can be sort of lacking. So if I don't think of anything, suggestions would be really appreciated. In addition, suggestions for rides to build or things generally to build in the park could be cool. Again, no guarantee that I'll actually end up picking them or building them. Oh, I should get my daily bonus. There was more of that for my basic park because I was a little less restricted by trying to make the park realistic. But here, since I'm trying to make the park realistic, there is going to be a little bit more of... I'm going to be a little more picky with the things I choose. And additionally, and I guess more so than just realism, I have quite a few ideas for this park already. rides that I want to build. For example, I know I want to build a dueling coaster in this park. I know was there was something else that I want to build a dark ride coaster at some point. I have a bunch of things I want to build. I suppose maybe I should stop rambling and just cut to being done with this. So, oops. So we can get on to the actual building part of the video, huh? So the money farm's done. I built it out, I think it's 10 coasters in each direction. Yeah. I have 4 stars. I named the park Tygee's Really Cool Amusement Park. It's definitely going to change later, but it'll do for now. And I got about $45,000, which should be enough to start on the entrance to this park. I just need to figure out exactly how I want to do that. I do have a general plan. I'm just going to lay this out with primitives, because that's probably what I'm going to be using to build the entrance. My plan is to have a building in the middle, which is going to be where you buy tickets, where Lost and Found is, stuff like that. And then there's going to be 2 actual entrance sections off to the side here. And then past that, maybe some other little building and fence closing it off. I don't know if I want to place it this far away though. That seems a little excessive. I'm going to sort of copy this and move it over. I don't think I want that to be even at this angle. I feel like I want this to be like a 30-degree angle. Why? Genuinely, I don't know. But I feel like this sort of makes sense. And I think that'll work if I scale it up, obviously. Another thing I wanted to mention about this park, I want this to be guest traversable. Like, I want these little guys to not just sit in the money farm and actually be able to go about the park and ride stuff. That's going to be really tricky with making some like detailed stations, and I don't know how detailed I'm going to go. For example, there's this park that I had been working on in one of my other park saves. Or did I say park I've been working on? I meant coaster. There's this coaster I've been working on, custom supporting and building a super detailed station. I posted on my community tab a couple of sort of teaser previews of it, but I don't think, I don't think those included the details of the actual station. I want to, at some point, make a showcase video of that if I finish it, which I'm on track to do. I finished all of the custom supporting for it, finally. It's totally unrelated to what I'm doing. Concrete path is best path. I will be using concrete paths. I don't know if I'm going to put something else over it, but for now, I'm going to use the extra colors game pass, and I'm going to put in like a gray, like that gray. Is that a good gray? It's a very light gray. I think that'll work. I'm also going to turn off these path curbs for now. Sort of start to lay out a plaza here. I think the way I'm actually going to do this, just to build it in the first place, is to lay out how I want it here and then move it over, because being able to use the multi-select tool and copy and paste is just the greatest thing ever. It makes things so much easier to build in this game. I only did a little bit of this kind of building before it existed, but I can get a sense from watching YouTube videos as well how much easier it is now. I can't find the primitive pieces. There they are. I need, yeah, something like this. I need a cylinder. It's gonna be a support. So I made this simple fence. I'm in the process of copying it over in between these pillars, and this is just gonna be a nice simple place where you walk in and get your ticket scanned. You can already tell how primitive heavy this is going to end up being, and I might tweak some of the colors on this. But what I wanted to get onto was the roof. because I have a cool design idea for this roof. So if I just get a primitive and move it, this will just start on this side, move it up, and oops. And precision build mode. I guess I'll go with a 30-degree slope on the roof as well. Sort of. What I want to do with this roof, actually I'm going to make it steeper. Actually, I had a cooler idea. Okay, so I'm going to move this up again. 1, 2. I'm going to place one of these here. I'm going to move this down, rotate it 30 degrees. Or maybe not even 30, 15 degrees. Just need to line that up again, which I can probably do with corner snapping. Yep, and then move this down, rotate it again to here. I think that kind of roof might look pretty cool. And then I had some colors that I wanted to use here. Well, I think I just about finished this entrance cover. I should probably include some sort of ticket scanning place thing here, but I don't really want to build that right now, so I'm just going to move this into place. I should actually select the whole thing. Yep, it looks like the whole thing, aside from all these paths that I really don't need selected. So just gonna get rid of all those. And then copy. Put this into the default snapping. Rotate. And get this just about where I want it. That looks good. And paste. And would you look at that, it cost me $23,000, but really easy. Thank you, Theme Park Tycoon 2 updates. I really thank you, Dennis, for actually adding that to the game. Now I just need to copy this over to the other side. So when laying out these paths, something interesting I'm going to have to keep in mind is that since the guests are going to be walking on a grid, obviously they're going to look really weird walking through here. There's not really anything I can do about that, but I can try to avoid making it so the guests are going to be walking totally around it. So if I fill in, let's see, all these places here, and I'm totally going to need to go in and include trash cans in this later. Something like this should be pretty good for filling this area in. Oh yeah, it looks good enough. Another thing I did want to do was sort of a design in the floor, because all this is just plain. This looks a little weird, and I could paint it slightly different colors of concrete, like that's a terrible, actually it's not a bad color for the floor. What I was going to do instead was sort of make a pattern in the floor with primitives, just so I can get some curves and make it look much nicer. So how low can I get this? Go all the way down to this. That's not quite what I want. I'm just going to go down to no snapping. And the minimum height actually looks like it's perfect. It's not even Z fighting. That's actually kind of crazy. So what I wanted to do was sort of bring a semicircle off of here, make it a little bit bigger, and then get some regular cuboid pieces all the way at the minimum height as well. And I'm going to make these a little thinner, and then sort of have them come out as like rays of some sort. And now all I have to do is color all of this. This is going to be a darker gray concrete. And then I'm going to have a bunch of different colors. I'll just set all those up real quick. Alright, I've laid out all these colors. You got 12 stripes, I think, and there's some Z fighting going on. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Look at that. That's that I think is a really cool plaza design. I might add some more here once I get rid of the money farm. I also noticed that underneath these are pretty dark. I might end this episode pretty soon though, because it's actually extremely late for me, and I honestly probably shouldn't have kept recording this late. I really should sleep, have a decent sleep schedule. But I do kind of want to finish up a couple more things. I think I'll probably just do one final cut, a little more progress, and then that'll be it. Okay, all I really ended up doing was just adding light under here. I just wish we had more lighting options in the game. The light orbs are kind of nice, but like I said, you can do a lot with them, but I guess you can do quite a bit with the lanterns too. It would be really nice to have smaller, like directional lights, because the spotlights are directional, but that would be nice if we had something smaller. That's completely unrelated to the point. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this prototype over there, because if I make any modifications to it, I might want to just copy it over to here. But I think that's just going to be it for this video. I think we made a pretty decent start. I've got a nice entrance area, entrance plaza, and a money farm with a decent amount of cash. I mean, if I'm building stuff with primitives, like, yes, they're expensive, but it takes long enough that it balances out pretty evenly with the money gain. To be honest, I don't really know what to do for an outro, but typical YouTube, like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll make more videos working on this park soon.